And the kids are throwing out, oh, I want to make lots of money, and I want to be a superstar, I want to do this, that. And I push past all that superficial stuff. And when I finally pushed them to the core of what it is that they really wanted to get, the number one answer was the same for both guys and girls. You know what it was? To love. They want to be able to have a life where they have shared love with someone else, where they've been able to love someone and be loved by someone. But the number two answer was different for guys and girls. Very interesting. For guys, the number two answer was they needed respect. And for girls, what they needed was security. See, when I read Theology of the Body of John Paul II's Anthropology of the human existence, it made sense. Because you see, John Paul says this. He said, the human being, in the act of sexual intimacy, this sexual union in the sacrament of marriage, that union, that sexual intimacy is the most profound expression of love a person can do and give to their spouse. The most profound expression goes far beyond saying, honey, I love you. This profound expression is for them to freely give of themselves. But you see, for a man to do that, the only way a man can rise to give this expression of love to his spouse is for him to physically extend himself. But you see, for him to do that, he has to feel his own security. Because you see, ladies, if you don't realize it now, we live in a culture that emasculates masculinity today. Look at all the primetime television shows and tell me how they portray men in these shows. As absolute idiots. And then when they grow up, the women are asking, where are all the men? Well, we've been trained to be self-protected, because that's what the world we live in. And you told us that our masculinity is not what you want because it becomes a threat. Why? Because ladies need security. Well, why do they need security? Because for a woman to most profoundly express this love, she has to open up and embrace. You see, guys, you were being robbed. I was being robbed of who we were created to be. We were created for love. But you know what we live in? And this has nothing to do with birth control. But we live in a contraceptive society. Long before birth control came along, we were already contracepting. We were already closing ourselves off to life and to love. We were already building the walls, already putting on the mask. All of that is contraception. And then finally we come to this act of contraception. The physical act, the birth control, the condoms. And all these mixed messages the world is telling us today. Now, anything goes. Homosexuality is fine according to the world standards. It's all on public television. It's the norm now, and that's a lie from the pit of hell. And I'm not trying to be insensitive. I'm just proclaiming the truth. You and your bodies were made for so much more. And if you don't value your bodies, you know what you do? You just give them away. Let me give you an example. I asked them to bring me the makings of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Anybody like peanut butter and jelly? How many people like creamy? Creamy? Come on, who are all the creamy people? Don't be bashful, it's okay. Who are the crunchy guys? I love the crunchy. I'm a crunchy guy. Alright. How about jelly? Strawberries? Anybody eat strawberry? Like jelly? How about grape? Grape jelly? And how about the rest of you weird kind of fruit and other fruit people? Okay, we love you too, fruities. Okay, fine. So I got my peanut butter, I got my jelly. I've got my peanut butter, I got my jelly, and then I've got my 2 pieces of bread. I've got everything I need to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Peanut butter, jelly, and 2 pieces of bread. Don't worry. Not consecrated. But you know what? It sure made you stop talking, didn't it? All of a sudden there was this like, what? I cannot believe he's holding those up as bread for peanut butter. Is that what you're thinking? Yeah. Don't you get it? This is just bread. And look at the shock you have. This is literally, if there was a priest here, there was a priest here. If there was a priest here, they would tell you this is not consecrated. And so literally that's all it is. But you see, because you know that this is made to become the body, blood, soul, and divinity of our Lord, all of a sudden there is like, that is just wrong. You have no right using that to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That is just wrong. Well, then answer me this question. If this is just wrong, then how did you ever get to the point to believe that your bodies were just to be spent around and used for pleasure and not withheld? Because aren't your bodies not also holding the Lord? Does not the Scriptures also define your body as the temple of the living God? This is what the world has done to us. This is what the media is showing, and they're all saying it's okay. In fact, they're saying not only is it okay, but they're painting the church and the teachings of God as something ancient, old. Oh, come on, that's just so old-fashioned. That's ridiculous. This is a new age. People are much more smart these days. I get you.